I want your just brief opinion on one more development in the news. For a couple of weeks now, the right has been saying on impeachment, I don't want to talk about the substance, I'm mad about the procedure. Nancy Pelosi was supposed to have this vote that the Constitution totally doesn't call for, but we're gonna pretend that it does. And so now we get to this week and Nancy Pelosi says she is going to hold the vote. House Democrats said Monday that the House will vote Thursday to formalize procedures for the next phase of the impeachment inquiry into President Trump. Democrats said the move would ensure transparency and provide a clear path forward as the inquiry continues. So they have finally done what the right has been asking for. So it should be a day of bipartisanship. The right should be happy, right?
Yeah, but this is just, with what we saw with Fox, where they're pointing to al-Baghdadi. They're saying, wait a minute, you're calling for this vote now after Trump just did this for America. They took down the leader of ISIS. We have to acknowledge that the entire framework on the right is coming in bad faith. So they're worried about process, they're worried about access to the SCIF, they're worried about all these different things, they're worried about timing, it's all coming in bad faith. And as soon as, Pelosi meets those demands, whether intentionally or unintentionally, the goalposts are going to shift, because at the end of the day, it's about defending Trump, it's about stalling the process, it's about obfuscating the truth. They don't care about any of this. It's just defending Trump, defending the Republican Party, and pushing back against whatever the Democratic Party does in this effort.
Yeah, and again, they were calling for it literally up until the breaking news that al-Baghdadi had been killed. They'd been saying, how dare they not have a vote? They should have a vote. Oh, now it's just a distraction. And as you point out, and Trish Regan said exactly that. But let's also acknowledge that Trish Regan is not the only person who's not accepting this change. Lindsey Graham has been calling for this vote in response to the announcement that they'd have one. He said a vote now is a bit like unringing a bell. He was just calling for it a day or two ago. Jim Jordan says, and again, he was involved in the protests. He says now it's like putting lipstick on a pig. So those goalposts, man, they are flying down the highway at 90 miles per hour. You just can't catch up to them.
Right. I mean, Lindsey Graham was a perfect example. He went from saying like, hey, if I saw something that constituted a quid pro quo, I'd be more open to the process. And then Mick Mulvaney has his press conference and says it was a quid pro quo. And then Lindsey Graham's like, I think this process is it's too obfuscated. They're not calling a formal inquiry. I'm just worried about the process. So she does. And then like you just said, he's got a new problem with it. Nothing we can do will ever satisfy these people. They're just trying to obfuscate and delay and stall.
Yeah, and so for all elected Democrats, including Nancy Pelosi, don't decide what to do based on ideas that you're somehow gonna win over Republicans, either elected ones or those in the media or the base. They don't care, and they're always going to change their views in response to what you do. Do what you're constitutionally required to do. If you believe an impeachable offense has been committed, it is on you to pursue impeachment.
Right.
Yeah, Jordan, as always, thank you so much for joining us. Always appreciate your perspective, so thank you.
John, thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching this clip from the Damage Report. For more content from the show and access to TYT Network members-only exclusives, go to tyt.com/Brooke. Wait, no, it's tyt.com/John. Go to tyt.com/John to sign up.